Ladies and gentlemen, my name is David Wilson. On this segment, I'll be teaching you how to create a logo, a 3D logo, whatever logo you want to create, how to create a logo. Now, I've shared with you some app. Now, specifically, when you want to create a 3D logo, the app you're going to be using is Pixel Lab. I've showed you the app before when I was explaining to you, when I showed you tools you need, when I showed you apps you need. But this Pixel Lab, as you can see it. So that's the one you're going to be using to create your 3D logo. So we click on Pixel Lab. Let it finish. When it loads how it display, you're going to see something like a new text and all of that. Now let us do we want to create a logo with a text that is with an alphabet. You know, there are logos that has alphabet, maybe like A, D, R, S, some it's combination of, like now if you want to create a logo that's with restaurants, at times they have R as their alphabet and all of that. So let's, for instance, the one we want to create is DW. Like, let me use my own name initial. You are going to be using your own name too. Call me, I'm David Wilson. So let me just D and W. So the next thing I do is this new text. I can as well remove. I'll just do this new text. I'll just click on this A below. Are you seeing it now? There's icon below. Let me show you what I mean. Please, I'll try to make the video not lengthy. This icon below, this one A, are you seeing it? So I'll just click on it. That is artist. I'll now click on the pen. When I click on the pen, you see. So I just clean whatever is there and I'll write what I want to write. Let me write capital letter D and capital letter W. So I'm done writing. Then I just do OK. I click on that OK on top. Then it comes. So when I click on OK, so I'm going to use this alphabet to create a logo as I want you to go with me now. So this is how I do it. You have clicked on it first. See all those things I'm scrolling. You see this downward. Those are the tools you are going to use. The first thing is you can maybe I increase the text size. Since that's the logo, I want to use it as a logo. I OK that. I scroll again. The next thing I do is I make it bold. You see, I click on that bold. I click on that B. It becomes bold. You see, okay, sorry that the phone is a little hanging. So that's that about it being bold. Then I go for fonts. Then I go to fonts. I look for a particular font I would like to use. Let me check this one out. Okay, this is an Abri Face Regular. Let me use that one. I use that font. You can just scroll through any font you want to use. The reason I'm using this font is for the alphabet to be wide enough for me to design. Do you understand? Because I'm going to be adding texture and all of that. So when I'm done with this, you understand, you can't leave it white like this. It's not really kind of beautiful. And what you're supposed to do also, you're supposed to add a background. Now this default background that comes with it, you might not really like it. So if you want to add a background, you must have downloaded some pictures, some graphics. You must have downloaded them on that Pinterest. There's one app I gave to you called Pinterest. That's where you download all those things from. So you just add from the gallery. That is if you want to add a background. You see this 3 arrow upward. Now let me show you what I mean. Now this 3 arrow, sorry, that 3 arrow, see that 3 arrow, sorry, this one, that 3 arrow where it is dot, that's where you click on for you to be able to add image, the particular image for your background. If you want to add a background image, that's where you're going to click. So I click on it. So it takes me to my gallery. So I can now choose from my gallery. So you see use image from gallery. I'll choose from my gallery. You see what I have here, recent and all of that. Perhaps maybe there's nothing here that I want to use. See all those things that what I've used maybe recently. Those are backgrounds of some, you know what I mean, background of some background I downloaded from Pinterest that I showed you. Let's, for instance, I want to use let me see. Maybe I want to use something like this one. You see, perhaps I want to use something like this one. When I click on it, it brings me here. So you click on this sign. See, this is what we have yet. So we are not done. We are still constructing. Let me see. I'm trying to economize the time so that it doesn't take too long. So we are still continuing. So the next thing you do is that we are going to give our word, this is our alphabet. We're going to give it a texture, a color. Not just, if you want to paint it, you can click on this color. But I don't want to paint it. Now, if you want to paint, look at the way it looks like. I want to paint it. You see the way it looks like. Maybe the color I want is not here. I can click this plus sign. It gives me color. With this dot, you can shift the dot to anywhere you want to change the color blue. You can tap anything here to create any color that you want. Understand? You just click OK. Then you click on that sign. But I don't want to use this because the color is not beautiful enough. So what I do is that I'll go and add texture. You see this texture? There's an icon below that says texture. This is where you can crop a particular color or texture of any image on your own gallery to become the particular color of that word. So now let me click on that texture. You see, no texture selected. So I will now click on this image that where there is blue. This image is this one here. Let me show you what I mean. You will click on this one. You see the one I circled. So you click on it. When you click on it, it brings you here. So you can crop out any texture here. That is any color. You can crop out any color here to be able to serve as your color. Any color. Let me see. Let's use this. Let me see this one. You're seeing it now. I can start to crop out this one. I can crop out any color. So when I crop out this color now, for instance, let's say I crop out this color. Just click OK. You see that the color is there. Are you seeing it? So I'm just using this to explain to you. So you need to be creative in your own doing. Or let me say I don't want that. Let me go and crop another one out. Let's, for instance, what I want is not here. Let me go to gallery straight up. So let me just bear with me, follow through. It's not really okay. I'm coming. Just give me some time. I'm trying to go to let me go to display. There I have a lot of pictures. Let me see let me just check what I can get here. Let me look from this. Open. Are you seeing? I can crop anything out from here. Let me crop. Let me look for a particular shining image to crop out. Are you with me? You see what I'm doing? I'm trying to, you crop by dragging the image on the screen. You just follow, you just use this thing. You use that round ball under it to drag the image. You see what I'm doing? So I'm trying to crop that image. You see, I've cropped it, then I okay it. When I okay it, you see what it does. You see, it bring that image to the body of whatever. So anything you want to, any texture you want to use, anything you want to use at all, that's what you're going to use to crop your image. You can start to use the silver. Understand? You see this car? I can use the silver part of this car, a particular silver part, to crop, just for me to be able to get what I want. Are you seeing it now? Are you seeing it? I can do that. Are you seeing what it gives to me? So it depends on what you want. So basically, let me see. It's like all those things I'm using, they are not very cool. Let me look for something very, very, very cool. And you must be very good with color combination. This is where creativity comes in. Nobody's going to teach you this one. Do you understand me now? You try a lot of things. So the one that you like is the one that you choose. Okay, let's for instance, I'm using this. Let me use this for instance. Then I click OK. Then I'm done with that place now. Are you seeing it now? Let me check the time. 7 minutes. Wow. Okay. Now, this is what you do. I'm still doing it. I'm trying to create a logo with alphabet. Do you get it now? So I'm done with this. So the next thing I do is that I'm going to apply a 3D effect. That's what will make it beautiful. Let me say I click this 3D. I enable it. When I enable it, it has already changed. Now you start increasing the depth. If you want to increase depth, let me tell you what. See, when I increase the depth, you see what is getting increased in that image. Are you seeing it now? That things that makes it a 3D function. Then I can darken it a little bit, darken that depth. Then if I want it to rotate in a particular pattern like this, you have seen some like that will be like this. I look at that thing is placing on the wall like this. Are you seeing it now? I can still do it like that too. Then what else? I can increase the shadow. Are you seeing it now? So there will be shadow inside somehow. Then this one also, I can increase it intensity. So when I'm done with this is not perfect actually. I'm using it to train you. Now this perspective most time does not display. You are still going to go and do this. After you are done, you can still carry this image to Snapseed. I told you about an app called Snapseed. You are going to adjust it more there. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So when we are done with this level that we are now, this inner shadow, you just try everything here. See where I'm coming, the thing is hanging. You just see what you need to do. So this inner shadow is not giving it any beauty, so you take it off. So we are still in A. You see that thing is still A. So, and we are still trying to adjust it through 3D. So you still come to the middle and see if there's anything you can do. You come to this one. If there's anything you can still do, you are just going to. So you now come. The final thing is that this thing that look like a particular arrow that has touch on its front. That's why you are going to finalize everything you want to do here. You can increase the brightness of it. Are you seeing it? You can change that, or you can, the color. You can start to change. You see all it and all of that. Whatever you want to do, you cancel that. So that's this about this aspect, using your alphabet. Use an alphabet as a logo. Can you see what I just did? You can develop a lot of things with this kind of design. If I want to give you a full breakdown of how to create that logo, it's going to take a lot of minutes, and the video, even this short one I do, you see how lengthy it is. I'm going to give another part on it. So when you are done with this level, this 3D, this level that you are now, probably you want to leave it like this, or let me see, maybe you want to still, let's go, you still click A if you want to adjust it. So you click the middle rather. You want to give it you click on the particular object, then you want to give it a 3D, this thing, 3D effect. That 3D effect, you don't like it, you click on that 3D effect again, then you still adjust some little, you probably don't like the way it is. So let's change the wire rotation a little bit. It's too obvious. Maybe you do it like this. You understand? Let's say it's like this. Okay, let us zoom it. Okay, like that. Now let's say you want to add another thing on that. You want to write something else. You just click on this test, that plus, then edit. I see, click on that pen icon, then you edit again. Maybe I want to write the full meaning, David Wilson. Are you saying it now? I want to write David Wilson, David Wilson International, whatever, or whatever I want to put there. Do you get it now? So anything that you want to put there, you put it there. You okay. So when I bring it down here. This is where I want it to be. Then I try to enlarge it. Go to test size to increase it a little bit. Small a little bit. That font is going to determine if I'm going to enlarge it more or not. Then I go to font. Then you go to font to, I can give it any font I want. Let me give it let me check this out. Let me see how this one look like. Okay, I don't know, should we use this, or let's choose another one. Let's check another one. This one is kind of too large, something that's very easy for us to design. This one, no. So you just check any font, you try it, you see that it's displaying up there. You will see what it's going to look like when you're done writing. You understand? Let me say I want to use this one I just clicked on now. Let's, for instance, I want to use this. See that it does not balance with that DW. So you go back to your 3D test, you click on that 3D test, then you enable. When you enable, it automatically give it such depth, so you can increase or reduce the depth. But I decided to reduce the depth in this case. Then I use the Y rotation to make it the same pattern. Are you seeing it now? There's something else that I would have done here. When you increase this space, that's for you to cover that D. Let me show you what I mean. Just wait for me. Let me show you what I mean. When we call it padding. Where is it now? We call it padding. Sorry, it definitely will take long. Padding. You see? You see that I increase the right. I want to increase this one. Are you seeing it now? You increase so that 3D effect will cover everything. Let me say I increase it this way. Okay. Now let now assume that this is how I want it to be then. Oh, sorry. Let us assume this is how I want it to be. That's how I want it to be. Then I okay it. Then I go back to that 3D test effect. Then I enable. When I enable now, so if I'm trying to use my Y wherever, it carries everything. You now see that D complete the way you're supposed to see it. You see the way it is now. You see the way it is, right? It looks as if it's actually placing on that wall. You see? So this way you're going to increase everything you want to do. This way you're going to do it. You'll be checking it the way it looks like as you're doing it. Now I want to darken that depth. See, when I increase that depth, it's getting a little bit darkened. It's becoming more realistic. Are you seeing it now? If I take it back, it's white. I take it like this, it's becoming more realistic. Are you seeing it now? So you leave it at any level that you want to leave it. You can even change the color of that depth if you want. If I change the color, let's say color of that depth, you can change it if you want. I can say, okay, I want that depth to be this color. Are you seeing what it gives to me? I can say that the color I have there is not what I like. I want to change it to be something like this. You see what it gives to me? Do you understand? It depends on whatever you want it to be. So let's assume that's how it's going to be. We leave it that way. Do you see now? So let's assume we are done. I'm just giving you an idea. And let's shift it a little bit to make it. Let's assume we are done. Or let's go as far as make it a little bit more beautiful. Now let's now add image. Let's say we want to add image from gallery. I want to add another image. Do you understand? I want to make it more like a logo, really. I'm just trying to limit the time, but because it's going to be so heavy, it's going to be so heavy. Okay, let me look for something here that I can use. All right, I don't see anything here. Let me go to gallery. I just want to show you something. All right, just take close. Something that I can crop. I can crop any of this design to the way I want it. I'm going to show you right now. Okay, okay. Let me see if there's something that I should be able to use here. Okay, okay, wait. Just spare me. All right. Okay, I click on that image. You see the image I click on. Let me say I want to use this image to make it looking more sense, beautiful. I click on it. I want to put that DW inside this, and you know this way is dark now. I can't use it this way. The next thing you do is this. The next thing you do, just make it a little smaller to actually be there. So the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to click on this middle button. You see the middle button I click on. So you now go to on erase. Are you seeing it now? That is erase color. You see this icon that has erase color. I will click on it. When I click on it, I enable. So the color that I want to erase, are you getting me now? The color I want to erase, what I want to do, I want to erase black totally. But black is the background of that particular logo. I click on OK. Are you seeing that is out of it? Are you seeing it? Are you seeing it now? Then basically that's it. Adibin is a very larger design. So I increase the tolerance a little bit so as this to bring the real color of that thing. Then I shift it up a little bit. Are you seeing it now? I'm done. You see, I've given that design a little bit of, some details have been added to it. It's not just a DW that is there. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Now I click on, if I want to give that particular design, that logo, if I want to give it a 3D effect, I just scroll to 3D aspect of it. You click on 3D shape. I click on 3D, enable. Let's see how it's going to look like. You see, but the way it look like, do you like it? You now click on that wide this thing again to balance it with, you see, to balance it with you see the way, just imagine this, to balance it with the normal stuff that is there, to balance it with the DW that is there. Let's, for instance, this is what I've done. So probably let's say we leave it like this. You okay it, then you click on any side of that distance. You're already done with this logo. So you shift it up a little bit. Let us assume we want to leave it like this. That is our logo. Now to this level now, you are almost done. You are not completely done. You're just going to fine tune it. The next thing you need to do is for you to save it. You click on that share button upstairs, up there. Then you must do it in the version. Click on that arrow. Use PNG. Don't use JP. On this arrow again, put it on Ultra. Use Ultra. Are you seeing it? And then you save to gallery. So basically, to this level, this is just the first part of you creating a logo. I'm going to teach you all manners of ways. So this one, just one, you can create logo. Maybe you want to create logo with an alphabet. This is just one of them. So let's just assume it has already saved. You see it later. So that's just the end of this section. I will continue in the next section.